And just to hammer down the point, watch this Fox News clip that exposes that, yeah, Governor Gavin Newsom can just turn on the water from Northern California. You know why? Because they turned it off.
On his first day in office, President Trump signed an executive order directing his Commerce and Interior secretaries to route more water in Northern California to other parts of the state.
The very day that he got sworn in as president, he took action to help us in the Central Valley. I've been working with President Trump and his team over the past few months, outlining specifics and ways that we can maximize flows.
Local political leaders know food grows where water flows.
We've got over 600,000 acres of farmland out there in West Fresno County, but what do they need? They need water.
During President Trump's first term in office, he signed new biological opinions that allowed more federal water to stream through California. The Biden administration reversed the rules.
And why did the Biden administration turn it off? Because California convinced them that they needed to save a 3-inch fish called the Delta smelt. Another lie Gavin Newsom said when he stated the Delta smelt had nothing to do with this. Again, I say this all the time, the excuse that the water system just wasn't capable of handling this kind of disaster is not acceptable. All the tax money California and the city of Los Angeles has that they've spent on stupid, nonsensical, wasteful projects they could have used to revolutionize their water management system. Saving $23 billion on paying for illegal immigrants and spending that money to make sure that your city never burns to the ground seems like a decision that a government with common sense would have made. And because nobody has any sense, this most recent LA City Council meeting literally exploded into madness when a protester got the mic and literally laid into the city council and Mayor Karen Bass and Gavin Newsom in the most disrespectful way. Watch.
Everything I'm going to say here out is mostly not my opinion. It's stayed from the mouths of LAFD personnel. Crowley and Terrasas both ignored staffing issues. Crowley had 3 budgeting periods to demand adequate funding for apparatus, including repairs, equipment, and staffing. Failed to get it. Crowley should have been screaming at the public since assuming office in 2022 about potential lethal catastrophe looming due to underfunding resourcing of LAFD. Did nothing because she's an appointed lapdog. Last fiscal year, LAFD only had 4 months in the black, then 8 months of vendors holding debt and getting paid after the approval of a new budget. Every new budget mostly covers debts from previous year. There is no funding for LAFD. I'm speaking to the community, the 4 million Angelinos who are served by this joke of a city council. You need to understand, no frickin' money for LAFD. You all need to resign, especially the loathsome neoliberal joke of a mayor. Crowley needs to resign for having done nothing because she's an appointed lapdog. I mean, she's just a run-of-the-mill bureaucrat. She's not uniquely evil, but she needs to resign. It needs to be an elected position. You're all bought and paid for morons, and may you all rot in hell for all the people you've killed.
And that is exactly why I know California will be going red, because Gavin Newsom controlling the narrative that there was nothing anybody could have done worked for about 8 hours until expose after expose came out, proving it was nothing but mismanagement and incompetence from the highest to lowest levels. It was all fun being woke and progressive and inclusive until the city burnt to the ground. Now they're wanting some serious leadership. And that's not me just speculating. That's even recently been happening. A wealthy city down in Orange County, which is just south of Los Angeles County, voted unanimously to remove their sanctuary city status after being fed up of Gavin Newsom's immigration policy.
Leaders in one California city are fed up with the state's immigration policies, and they're taking things into their own hands. The city council in Huntington Beach declaring itself a non-sanctuary city. The resolution passing this week in a unanimous 7-0 vote. The mayor there, Pat Burns, introducing the legislation for illegal immigration with an effort to prevent crime. And it seeks to counter some of the governor's policies in California while aligning with the Trump administration's tougher immigration agenda. The move also comes as the federal government initiates the early phases of these mass deportations across the country. The U.S. currently has about 14 million undocumented immigrants. The mayor in Huntington says the new policy is common sense. It supports law enforcement and advances public safety in that city, something he says the governor is not doing.
Orange County's always been more conservative, but to unanimously vote to remove your sanctuary city status right now shows a direct displeasure and revolt with the current administration. So let's see what Gavin Newsom does. Will he save his people? Will he stop obstructing the will of the people? Or will his ego get in the way? But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those notification bells so you guys never miss a video. And I will see you in the next one.